Today I'm harvesting a couple of pouches worth of sweet potatoes, so stick around if you want to see the bumper crop, or maybe not so bumper crop. We'll have to wait and see. So the first lot of sweet potatoes I'm going to harvest are these Hawaiian Sunshine. I popped in two little seedlings in there, or two little plants, a little while ago, actually in March. So I'll strip all that greenery back and I'll tip over the root pouch onto this tarp. And we'll have a bit of a gander at the first harvest. So with these greens, what I'm going to be doing is saving a few of them, a few growth ends like this, and I'll be turning them into slips and popping them into some water inside the house. But for now, I'm pretty much all just going to grab these roots, or sorry, the vine, and we'll remove them, push them back through that way so we can get to the pouch. Actually not holding out a lot of hope for this pouch. There she goes. Just found the tag, Hawaiian Sunshine. I can tell you I'm not thinking this is going to be a fantastic harvest, just mainly because of the compost for whatever reason. The plants we grew in it didn't do too well this season. So, and just by the look of these spuds here, we've got pretty much all some small little finger size ones. Now these guys here went in March and they were grown through winter. So I have a feeling that may have impacted the amount of yield as well. They've been in for well over the 15 to 18 weeks that are normally recommended for sweet potatoes in our subtropical climate. Still a couple of compost worms in there too, which is also a good sign. So there we go, there's my not so impressive harvest from this pouch here. So I'm just going to pop them into this small root pouch and we'll make our way down the back where we have another larger one that we'll harvest next. So we're just down behind the aquaponics. We got the aquaponics there, small little beehive, and this is where the other root pouch full of sweet potatoes was set up. There was two vining varieties in there and also the one Hawaiian Purple Sunshine. So I'm just going to set up this camera just behind the mango tree there. I'll nip off these vines and then we'll have a dig through and see what we got. So these guys here, I won't be keeping any of the end material to start off new plants. They'll just go straight into the compost bin beside me here. Drag the pouch over. So I did notice a couple of nice big orange ones on the surface here. So they look like they did all right. So these guys were planted out in March as well. So they were in the ground basically for the same amount of time, maybe a week shorter, but so far it's looking a little bit more impressive. So I might just try and tip this whole thing out now. Definitely think these root pouches could do with the zip in the side. So again, pretty small white potatoes. So what I might do is the same as before. I'll just go through the soil and pop it back into the pouch and pick out the spuds as I go. So this is the overall harvest. All this white potato, well they're actually purple on the inside, the Hawaiian Sunshine, came from 3 plants, so not very good yield at all. These guys came from 2 slips of the orange sweet potato, so while they did a little bit better, definitely not what we're used to. But if you've seen our other harvest clips, we definitely do a lot better than this normally. Now, the couple of reasons I don't think these guys did so well is pretty much, well, we grew through our winter. Even though we're hardiness zone around about 10 in the States, or subtropical here in Australia, it does get a little bit cold. And I think that may have something to do with why these guys didn't do so well. Also too, the compost mix I had in here, I just don't think was, you know, rich enough for these plants. So these white ones, just to give you a bit of a look, I'll grab this one. Where will we grab? I'll just grab this one here. These guys here are supposed to be purple on the inside with anthocyanin in them, but yeah, it just didn't develop in these guys, whether it was to do with the climate and the temperature or the nutrients, I'm not too sure. So a little bit disappointing, but these guys here, I mean, these small ones, I'm going to use these tonight in a warm salad. Definitely not going to go to waste. These guys here, the sweet potato, I have noticed they've been hit by a bit of a weevil, I think they are, the sweet potato weevil. So I'll be basically chopping those bits off, and these guys here will be eaten within the next week or so. You can cure these guys, but I figure they've got a bit of damage on them, so we'll eat them up straight away. So definitely not as good as our previous sweet potato harvest, but yeah, I'm still happy we got something out of them. Just to show you these guys here, I'm saving these ones because they're bits of the original vine that have sent down tubers, and I'm actually thinking about planting them out into another pouch just to see how they go, see if they send up shoots. There's 3 of them in all. I mean, I could throw something that size into tonight's dinner, but I figure I won't. I'll just pop them into a pouch and see if they do anything. There should be enough energy stored in there for them to send up a little bit of a green shoot. So yeah, a little bit of an experiment. We'll see how we go. So while not a bumper harvest of roots, we have been picking the greens, the tender young shoots from these guys, and adding them to salads and also stir fries through winter. So it hasn't been a total loss. I mean, we're still going to get probably 3 meals out of these, the roots themselves. So I've got to be chuffed with that. This little experiment though has taught me one thing: don't try to start off slips in autumn and grow the tubers through winter and expect a decent harvest. It's just not going to happen. So next season I'll be starting them in summer, giving them a decent warm period, and then maybe harvesting them late autumn or maybe early winter. So we'll see how it goes then. So if you are interested in growing some healthy, nutritious food in your own little backyard farm, you can hit that little subscribe button up there and you'll be sent a notification whenever I upload a clip to our little urban farming channel here. And you can come along and see what we're doing. Maybe something on the aquaponics. I've got a whole heap of beds I want to plan out the front, and I'll be posting a clip on them soon. You can come along, say good day in the comment section, and you might pick up a hint or two, and you might even see a good harvest, or definitely, hopefully a better one than this one here today anyway. I do hope everyone is well and happy, and that you have enjoyed the clip and may have got something out of it, and I will see you next time. Cheers folks, have a great one. So I ended up making a warm salad out of these white skinned purple flesh sweet potato fingers. They were pretty much all given a bit of a scrub, and then I broke them into bite-sized portions, chopped off any manky ends and also nipped off any roots that were still attached, and popped them into a bowl. Over the top of that I crushed 4 cloves of garlic, gave it a bit of a drizzle with some oil, and then added in some aquaponically grown rosemary and oregano, and gave that a bit of a stir around just to coat the bits of potato. Then I added in a roughly chopped red onion and popped it into a large metal baking dish to go into the oven for around about 20 minutes at 160 degrees centigrade. After the 20 minutes, the baking tin came out and I added in some store-bought mushrooms that were quartered, and also some store-bought capsicum or sweet pepper and asparagus, as well as some of our own homegrown snap beans. They were all given a bit of a toss around the tin with the sweet potato and onion, then added back into the oven for another 15 minutes just to warm through those greens and the mushrooms. After 15 minutes was up, the baking tray came out of the oven and some Greek feta was mixed through, along with some shredded perennial spinach from the aquaponics, and just given a bit of a toss around and let sit in the pan for a couple of minutes just to help wilt the spinach a bit. From there it was served onto a plate with some sliced Kalamata olives popped on top, and we had a couple of small slices of roast lamb as a side for it. Absolutely delightful meal. So I hope you've enjoyed that quick little look at a very tasty warm sweet potato salad we like to whip up here. We also use normal spuds as well, but sweet potato tastes a lot better, I think. While I'm at it, I'd also like to thank all the wonderful folks on Patreon who have decided to support our channel with a small donation every month. I really do appreciate the input you guys have put over there as well in the comment section and with the private messages. It's been great chatting to you all, and by the time this clip's out, we would have had our second hangout on Google. So there you go folks, I hope everyone is well and happy, and I'll catch you next clip. Cheers all. Maybe something on the aquaponics.